Oh, you guys are here. I'm so sorry. I just zoned out for a little while. That's kind of how I am when nobody's around. I like to begin this video with a big fat apology to everybody concerned, man. Once again, I goofed big time. It's like today, like I woke up, I looked in the mirror and I saw an ass clown. That's who I saw in the mirror today, bro. Why? Because once again, I questioned Dr. Peterson when I shouldn't have. I just, once again, out of my bitterness and my psychological unconscious sort of conflicts and shit, bro, I launched Dr. Peterson like a hungry hyena, but I got rebuffed and I fell on my stupid hyena face, man. You know what happened is that a few days ago, Jordan Peterson started selling a rug on Twitter. Listen, it was a rug for $2,000. I know it sounds like a lot, but actually Jordan Peterson autographed it for you. And I just I started kind of making fun of Professor Peterson. You know how people mock Jesus for selling little trinkets and for kind of sewing little ducks he fashioned out of wood. Well, this is kind of what I did with Jordan Peterson, and I shouldn't have done it, and I'm just a piece of shit. Because that rug, it's had a sacred symbol. Like that rug was a sacred symbol, the meaning of music that Jordan Peterson himself came up with. And that was like a three-dimensional representation of a two-dimensional object. That's a representation of a four-dimensional object. That's a representation of a two-dimensional object that represents the fact that gender pronouns are binary. It's either, it's motherfucker, like, stick your hand in your crotch, and what you got there is what you get, motherfucker. The balls spell a he. If it goes into the crevice, that's a she. And if you get an operation, motherfucker, we're on to you. We know the chromosomes, don't fuck with it. And, like if you're walking through a Walmart after the transitioning and you're like a Walmart 7, like, you're like, hey, this broad, for a Walmart, this isn't bad, then we'll call you a she. But until then, motherfucker, check the testes and know the wisdom, man. That's the red pill, is a self-administered gynecological exam. So yeah, I made fun of Dr. Peterson. I thought that it was inappropriate for me to do, but I was just stupid. It turns out that I've read some great arguments in the comment section from Jordan Peterson fans, and they really set me straight on that. I had to reconsider the whole thing, that I really didn't get it. I really didn't understand it. Once again, I was playing two-dimensional cultural Marxist checkers, and Jordan Peterson was playing three-dimensional chess that are a representation of four-dimensional chess, that are representation of two-dimensional chess, motherfucker. Man, did I fall on my fucking face. So in the second part of the video, I'll read some of these comments and give my apologies at that point. And yet, my dudes, there's something even more important on the horizon. Bros, like, I have discovered a masterpiece. We're all familiar with the great writings of Jordan Peterson. For one thing, there is the Maps of Meaning, a very important book. It has that symbol from the carpet on there, and just very important. And there's a new book by Dr. Peterson coming up. It says 12 Rules for Life, an Antidote to Chaos. And anytime, I'm just eagerly anticipating it. And anytime I encounter a writing by Dr. Peterson, it's like, I'm just gorging on those red pills. It's like, it's like amazing fucking, it's like a Chinese buffet after you smoke some marijuana. And that's what Jordan Peterson is to me, man. It's like fucking clean your room, motherfucker. It's like, bro, it's deep. Like, it's Jordan Peterson is going to give me red pill diabetes. But I've discovered something different about the man that I didn't realize before. And it's the fact that Jordan Peterson has a secret life. There's a secret dimension to Jordan Peterson. And in the secret life, almost under a different identity, he publishes books. And I don't know how many they are. I mean, those books are very well hidden. They're like treasures, man. They're like some enlightened masters in Tibet would leave treasures that would only be discovered by those who are ready and who have the right stage of enlightenment. And in the same manner, Dr. Peterson has stashed away some books that many people don't realize about. But luckily enough for me, I've, through my secret sources, I found an old promotional video of Dr. Peterson promoting one of those books. And like, I just have to say, man, Dr. Peterson is not who you think he is. Like, he has a whole different person within him, and he's just a completely different person in those videos from the one you're familiar with. Like, he's completely a different person, and he goes by a pseudonym. And if you were just to watch this video, sometimes you don't even believe that it's Jordan Peterson, but it is, man. And for big time Jordan Peterson fans like myself, this video is fucking amazing. And man, I can't say anymore, man. You just have to look at it. You just have to see it, man. And I just gotta say, man, red pill alert, like major red pill alert. You gotta get your system ready.
I'm Tito Love. And I'm here today to help your education, to give you a little mental relaxation. My 4th book just came out, and it's called SOS, Stuck on Stupid, the Self-Help Book. It's a modern-day book of common sense, which, as you know, is not so common anymore. This book is so neat because it'll tell you about the difference between friends and associates. You'll see women versus men. Do you know the difference between a dog and a fox? About 3 cocktails of hard liquor. Hey, you know what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. But if you go to Stuck on Stupid, there's a lot of serious content. Look at the book. Don't look at me. I'm just adding a little color and humor in the back of it. That means what's the matter, you? Stuck on Stupid, folks. It's great for bar mitzvahs. It's great for Christmas gifts. It's great for birthday anniversaries, or just cause you like one another. Hey, you like one another. That's what it's good for. Oh, you like one another. Don't have me walk over there. You know, I'm so mean. I didn't want to get up today. I only got up to tell you about something great.
Stuck on Stupid, the self-help book. Order today at www.amazon.com or www.mainperformanceusa.com. Just $19.95 plus shipping and handling.
Well, that was something, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, what's going on right now is that I'm making a video about the upcoming book with the 12 Rules for Life, Antidote to Chaos. And I'm making a video about these rules, and they're extracted from an interview with Dave Rubin. But the thing is, because there are 12 rules and there are different kind of video segments, it takes me longer to edit them. And so I've just kind of been stuck in this kind of Peterson vortex for a few days because I'm very lazy and I work 6 days a week. And I've just been kind of editing those videos at a slow pace. And then I wanted to put this thing, what you just saw, as an intro to that video. But then I was like thinking, like, fucking Ivan, you fucking ramble for so long. And if you're making a video about like 12 rules for life and you're adding that shit in there, like this video is going to be like 40 minutes or something. And I really want to shorten my videos to like around 20 minutes to 25 minutes max. I mean, even that's a lot, but I can't stop rambling. So that's why, but I couldn't let that go. Like, I couldn't let that segment you just saw go for some reason. And I'm not even sure that it's funny anymore because, when you work on something, you don't even know how people are going to react to it in this case. And I'm like living in a strange Peterson vortex because of these fucking 12 rules. I'm living in in a prison shower that's a representation of a 3-dimensional prison shower that's a representation of 4-dimensional shower that's a representation of 3 dicks in my anus. So like that's where I'm living in, and it's all with like Jordan Peterson lecturing me about life. So I'm just kind of, I think I'm gonna go insane. So yeah, that's why you just saw this kind of completely random clip for no fucking reason. My one hope is that maybe there's one Jordan Peterson fan who's gonna come here expecting a real exclusive book from Peterson and seeing that shit. So let's conclude this horrible and pointless video with me reading a few comments from the fans of Jordan Peterson. I mean, dude, defending the professor's new career as a rug salesman. It's really important to keep in mind that this is a normal and acceptable thing to do, to sell a fucking overpriced rug to your desperate fans who aren't happy in their lives and therefore listening to you. Venus Video Clips writes, keep in mind, rugs, number one, rugs can be expensive depending on the materials used. Okay. Number two, it uses a unique piece of Peterson's own art, and Peterson art is fucking valued in galleries across the world. I mean, there are like Russian oligarchs in their yachts right now. They're like, hey, give me the meaning of music rug from Peterson, because it's just very valuable. It's like, you got fucking Matisse and you got Peterson just below him. And number three is, if it's signed, it can be resold for more money as Peterson popularity grows. It's like buying a share. Yeah, it's like this sort of the meaning of music symbol encrusted in a rug. It's just gonna pass hands and acquire more and more value. So that's amazing. That's some cool shit I didn't realize when I made the video. Dan Hardy writes, did it occur to you that he is responding to a request for a reproduction of the piece? I like how the stupid piece of shit rug has become the piece all of a sudden. Oh yeah, it's like this coveted fucking piece. No, it didn't occur to me. What he said is that I had a rug made and I'm thinking about selling a signed copy for $2,000. That's basically what his stupid tweet was. There wasn't any sort of request about this rug, unless like maybe some of Peterson's fan, like he just ate a lot of mushrooms and really kind of zoned out, and he saw an image of this rug with Jordan Peterson's symbol, and he just sent a tweet to Peterson. He's like, man, I just had a vision of a rug. And then Jordan Peterson is like, yes, the only way I can provide this piece to you is if I get a custom rug made for $2,000 and I signed it and offer it to everybody. Anyway, it just doesn't fucking make sense. Nobody was looking for this stupid rug. It's just the infinite four-dimensional dimensions of Peterson's own ego has made it necessary to make this fucking rug, into his own stupid fucking symbol. And now there are doofuses kind of defending him on random poorly watched YouTube channels. David James Bolger writes, Ivan, the bitter wannabe e-celeb. Get wrecked, Sato. That's pretty good. I mean, the description is very apt. I mean, I can't dispute my bitter wannabe e-celeb status. If only I could be on live streams with Sargon of Sarkasian. And, this woman has a Cyrillic name here, Yanka. I don't know if she's a Slav, but after the horrible insults I suffered from her, I don't even want to know. Anyway, she writes, it's fair to attack the old guy on his capitalism, but use it to dismiss his well-constructed arguments just shows us how lazy fat people are. Once again, you can't miss the fat shaming. You can't overlook the fat shaming. But here's the thing. I was like thinking of the people, because of this fanatical devotion to Peterson that I have, that I have experienced here on my channel so often and so painfully with all the fat shaming. I was thinking like, who are the people that I was really devoted to in my life? I used to be a really committed Tibetan Buddhist. Like I was a really committed Buddhist. So, the Dalai Lama, my specific Lama who kind of initiated me into Buddhism, I of course looked up to them. And but in a more kind of a secular realm, there was Leonard Cohen. And you know what happened with Leonard Cohen is that his manager stole a bunch of money from him, and like stole like $1 million or whatever, and just stole his fucking life savings. And what did he do? Did he start selling rugs on Twitter, or actually he was a painter, but I don't remember him selling his paintings, on Twitter. I just don't. Maybe he sold his paintings somewhere, but anyway, it wasn't a fucking rug, and I don't remember him selling it. That basically what he did is he fucking went on the road, right? He was pretty old, like in his 70s, and he had a grueling touring schedule going all over Europe and the United States, and I saw him in Las Vegas, and it's kind of awesome now that he's passed away. The point is that he was making money with his craft, which was, his music, his lyrics, and to this day, after he passed away, I can't listen to his music because it makes me so sad that he's gone, which kind of only something I've discovered, but it's kind of bizarre, but I just associate Leonard Cohen with my lost 20s and my fading youth. Anyway, but the point is that he wasn't a huckster who was trying to push everything down your throat. Like Jordan Peterson, all right, he has some advice for life that people find useful. He's a kind of a secular guru to a lot of people, and that's fine. He makes money off of books. He makes money off of Patreon, giving people some exclusive content. But fucking selling rugs is just fucking pathetic. It's just sort of disgusting to sell rugs with your symbol for $2,000. It's like, what can I fucking peddle to you? And it does undermine a lot of other shit he says, because he presents himself as a kind of a moral teacher, a moral guide. Well, if your morality is interconnected with fucking peddling fucking overpriced rugs, then I'd say that arguments about archetypes and how they're ground us in our morality and some sort of subtle Christian traces of morality that guide our civilization, all of this is sort of undermined if you're fucking selling a rug and fucking Sam Harris isn't. Sam Harris, his Patreon is $1 for each podcast. That's basically it. I'm not like a fanatical devotee of Sam Harris, but you buy his fucking books, you want an extra podcast, you subscribe on Patreon, and for every podcast you contribute $1. He always tells people in his podcast that if you're struggling financially, that he doesn't need your money. He's almost like neurotic about it, and anytime he brings up Patreon, he says that. It's just, it would undermine to me in a way Sam Harris's moral standing if he was selling a rug, or his even some of his arguments, in a sense that Jordan Peterson is not like some Nazi scientist where you can say, yeah, he was a piece of shit and he ran a concentration camp, but he was a great scientist. No, he's just, his ideas are interconnected with his morality very intimately. And here I rambled and fucking rambled again, and fuck it, I don't know. I don't fucking know what to say. Fucking motherfucker, unsubscribe. It's time. It's time to unsubscribe, bro. This channel's, I'm fucking taking it straight into the gutter. I want to get it to minus 128 subscribers.